Hello.
Daniela Romo.
Hello, Coquito.
I don't ask you for the moon.
How are you?
Very good, Romo, Daniela. How are you?
I'm good. Good too.
You're good?
Yes.
Good, Daniela.
Yeah.
Um, I had to go to the dentist today.
Yes.
Yeah. I was missing a tooth.
Yes.
Missing a tooth.
Yes.
So
But
I
now
had to
you're
get that
good.
fixed.
Yeah.
Now I have 2 gaps.
Nah.
Yeah, so if my voice sounds weird, then you know what that is. You
My
know why
voice
that is.
sounds.
Yeah. I've always had like I don't even know what you call them. A crown?
Una corona.
Una
I don't know.
corona?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the.
Translatable?
Maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
tooth crown.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
Well,
I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe.
let's say yes.
Yeah, dental caps or crowns.
There we go. So I've always had one because I had a baby tooth. So it never had like a tooth underneath. So I had my my big teeth, It's my front it's one of my front 2 teeth. So, yeah, is it? Yeah. So, this
Front,
one lower teeth, yeah. So I had one that was good, and when I was young, I had the baby teeth. So they had put, when I was younger, they just glued like another tooth on top of that one.
Like a costume.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's fine. It's another tooth. But then I was playing soccer, I was playing football, and I got headbutted on my nose. I broke my nose, but they also headbutted like my mouth. It was like nose mouth. And this broke. So I remember spitting this out. And I had like a little chip.
And you had your nose in your cheek.
Oh, I was demoiselles de Coquignon. So
Coquignon.
yeah. So that was oh no, sorry.
No, but you were not bold.
Oh, sorry. And my nose.
That's a terrible. Thought you were gonna do something, and you did your nose in the center, so it
I
just
know.
looks like a horn.
I know. Look.
What's that? No, it's looking worse and worse. It looks like a little bird with the eye.
Yeah. So that was I don't know who that looks like. So I was playing football, corner kick. I was gonna head out the ball. I was a defender, and the attacker headbutted me. I headed out like the ball actually did my job. So I headed the ball, but then this guy came from below
And headed the bold.
Yeah. He mistook me for the ball. So I broke my nose, broke that tooth, and then they had put like another tooth, and it was holding on to the back of the teeth with these things. And then I actually had a screw here put, in my gums so I could get like a proper, but I never had that done. So I had this tooth that was holding on to these two
for years.
For a long time, yeah. Half negligence and half my spirit was broken. And then Saturday, before my class,
in the morning, I wasn't here.
You weren't here. In the morning, I was just like cleaning because I would have to clean my teeth like around here. So I was cleaning my tooth and it just fell. It fell right before class, a couple of hours before. And I was like, what can you do? So I took a picture. I sent you a picture.
You did a sticker.
The picture has now become a sticker for
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
The
It's
picture,
pretty
for
good,
context,
actually, I
it
think.
has a my SpongeBob. I
Yep.
have like a interchangeable face SpongeBob.
Yeah, yeah,
So it has like eyes and nose and then
yeah,
the mouth. So you just took the eyes and mouth.
yeah.
The eyes and nose, I'm sorry, and you created with your missing tooth the perfect sticker, I would say.
Perfect sticker.
I
Yeah,
love it, yeah.
yeah, I like it too. No, so it was amazing, but this tooth that looks like a fleur de lis, uh, miraculously, it could hold on still. I could slide it, and because of these two little wire things, it could hold on to the back of the other
You could
two.
like pop it
Yeah,
in
yeah,
and
yeah.
pop
I
it
could
out.
just
Yeah.
like gently kind of go like, bloop,
Yeah.
and it would still hold. So I was able to
Do that for this day.
flawless class.
Flawlessly fake your
Yeah, flossless class. Well, let's make it tooth related. So, but today I had to go, and they actually did like a proper. It's a temporary one, but they did like a proper.
teeth.
Yeah, it's temporary, so it doesn't look great.
It does.
I asked for a fang. I asked for a
A green
bloodhound
fang.
fang.
Yeah.
Bloodhound Fang is it's a weapon from Elden Ring. It was actually my weapon for the whole of Elden Ring. Anyways, so I asked for a fang, so now I'm just cutting my upper lip constantly. I'm bleeding.
So Marcelo was saying, so detachable tooth is your new superpower? Not anymore.
Not anymore,
It was a
sadly.
weekend superpower.
Oh yeah, I could whistle up a storm.
Well,
Yeah.
You would whistle the.
I could spit. My brother sent me GIF of those. ¿Cómo se llaman esos? Los pescados. Los Martín Pescador, no, eso es un pájaro, ¿no? Martín Pescador es un pescado o un pájaro, no me acuerdo.
¿Qué estás diciendo? Es que
The
no sé a
fish.
qué vas.
So the fish that pop out of the water and they spit, and then they hit like a little bug. And the bug falls, and then they eat the bug.
But you said my brother sent
So
me
my brother, because I told my brother that I was
Oh,
missing a
okay.
tooth, and then he sent me this.
Oh, okay. So that was
Phew.
your superpower.
I forget what those fish are called. But yeah, so I could have, if I was in a pond, I could have eaten bugs, after spitting through
Well,
my
but you
gap.
could not bite them very hard.
Oh
with
no,
your
they could
first-
escape easily from my mouth. So
You'll catch them.
I had
and
to
then
swallow
they'll
them
go.
whole
Yeah.
if I wanted to have any lunch.
Yes. Yeah.
So-
So that was your weekend.
Yeah,
Then you
my-
did the class, and you were able to speak.
Oh, I was fine.
flawlessly.
Oh, I was fine.
I was
mean-
worried.
The alternative was turn off the webcam.
That's what I told you.
Yeah. But I was like, no. I mean, I didn't mention it to them. I didn't want it to be distracting at that point. But
You couldn't see anything weird when you.
no,
popped in.
no, not at all. No.
And now you can't see anything weird.
No, I feel it. I mean, it feels weird for me. It feels fine, but it just feels strange. So
Well, because you were used to the other one for
Yeah.
years and years. Also, the little ears it had.
oh,
I think you were used to that.
no, I never got used to it.
Well,
If I have to be super honest with you,
I mean,
never
you
got
were
used to it.
used to the feel
Yeah,
of it, but it doesn't mean that you were comfortable with it.
exactly.
So,
Yeah, I'm guessing it's like somebody like stepping on you, on your foot, constantly. Like you can be like,
For
okay, I know
30
what to
years?
expect. Yeah, it was like like a
that's a great example. Thank you.
a Greek what do you call that?
Perfect
Like
example.
martyrdom
Mhm.
inflicted by Zeus. Yeah, no, I've always it's like I don't even know how to draw this, but if this is like the inside of my mouth, so if it's going, let's say it's going like that. I don't know why we're talking about this, but we're here, so let's
I mean,
do
you
it.
talk about the things you want to talk, so go ahead. ¿A qué horas llega?
No, 5 or something. So if this is the inside of my mouth, so inside, inside. By the way, inside, one of the best video games ever, I would say.
Inside plus plus plus
Oh,
again.
it's like 5
The
pluses
comeback,
inside.
yeah.
I think, I think it's, if I would have to say like my top 5 video games,
No, I'm just saying
inside.
because of the last
I
stream.
know. We are top
You're
5.
terrible example again.
So my tongue, that's like more of like a serpent's tongue. But I've always had this like, because they had to like tie this tooth to like these two. Now he looks like an Italian chef.
Yeah.
No,
No,
we don't have any
I was
pasta.
gonna say ciao bambino because
Sì.
it looks like the.
Pasta Doria. So, because it was tied with the mustache, they had to put like ton of resin so that it would glue to the other teeth.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. And that thing, I don't know. Now that this is off, I can feel with my tongue the resin here.
Of course. It's
Oh my god, it feels so
super glue.
bad. Oh, it's terrible. Because it's super like
glue.
well, it just feels like this.
Yeah.
So I asked him about that today, and he was like, "Well, no, we have to do some maintenance after, because my appointment was just like an hour." So
Well, I mean, they fit you in the.
I think that's
appointment,
amazing. Yeah, this
like,
was like an
last minute.
emergency, so
Yeah.
he fit me in, and so I was very grateful, and he was able to do like a whole tooth thing in an hour, which is
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, so I have this in the back of my tooth, and he was like, "No, well, yeah, I mean, priority was to for you to not have like a gap." Which I didn't mind. I felt like a warrior. Yeah. I don't know what type of warrior, but yeah, so now I have a tooth, but I'm kind of nervous now with it.
Yeah.
I don't want to
But
like
I don't
bite
think you
on
have to be
anything.
that nervous.
I'm
'cause
very
it's-
nervous.
I mean, I know that it can break. Well, I know that it can break
Yeah.
because it's temporary, but
Yeah.
it's not like it's gonna break if you bite in bread
Well,
or a burger or.
well, he specifically said don't bite anything, with your front teeth.
Well,
Which
use a fork and a
I-
knife.
Well, that's not biting. That's cutting
Well, you
up
could
food.
bite. No,
Yeah,
'cause
that's
then
like,
you're gonna
you know,
bite. I mean,
bite
it's not
with
like
the,
you're gonna swallow what you cut.
I mean, we've learned that I had to swallow whole the bugs so they don't escape.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So I'm a little nervy, a little bit,
Nervy.
but nervy, yeah. But I think we're good. I think we're good. At least because I told Fer I took Fer down to wait for her bus this
Mhm.
morning, and I forgot, and I didn't put the tooth.
Oh, and she was.
I didn't slide it in. She was like, "Dad, you don't have the tooth in." It's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I told her, "You know what? Today I'm gonna say hello to your bus driver, to the bus monitor.
Yeah.
I'm
Take
just
a
gonna go in
picture,
and say,
A
I
selfie.
love
I love this
Fere
school.
so much." And she was like, "Duh," because she thought I was gonna do it. She genuinely thought I was gonna do it. So no, we didn't get to embarrass Fere today.
Not today.
Not today. There's plenty of days. So
So yeah, that was your weekend. What else? You were here with Chile.
yeah, I was here those
the
3
weekend?
days with
'Cause I traveled from
Yeah.
Friday
yeah to
to
Sunday night.
Sunday night. Yeah.
Yeah, Friday early morning.
Yeah.
Very early.
Very.
Yeah, very early.
I was
very,
in the
very.
airport at 4. No.
Well, you had to.
Yeah,
they
like 4
they
something.
picked you up at 4:15,
Yeah.
quarter past 4. So that's very early. And yeah, and you got here around 9:30ish at
I
night,
got
9:40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the worst sunburn that I've had in my whole life,
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
which is terrible because I take so much care of myself.
Great care, I would say,
Yeah,
of your
so I-
skin. Yeah.
Yeah, and I use so much sunscreen all the time,
Yeah.
and I reapply it, and I have
Yeah.
like different sunscreens so I can apply it.
You have one for moonlight. You have sunscreen for night.
No, no, but I do use sunscreen for UVA. So, for example, the screens.
Yeah.
So I do use that,
You
and
wear your sunscreen at night. I wear my sun. Thank you.
but
But
I forgot my legs, and I was talking for. I thought it was like half an hour with some family, and my sister told me it was about 2 hours.
are you kidding me?
No,
That's
I'm not kidding. That's why
crazy.
I'm that bad.
That is crazy. Half an hour, I can get
No, I thought it was
terribly.
half an hour,
Oh
and it
no!
was
If you're
about
two
2 hours
hours
because
in the
my sister
sun,
was looking the watching the race, the
oh
F1.
F1,
Yeah,
yeah, I noticed that there was a race.
and they watched the whole race.
Oh yeah, that's long.
Yeah, and I was just sitting there talking.
Oh no.
And it's weird because I always take a lot of care. I mean, I had a bucket hat, and I was like, no, I know that I have my sunscreen, and I know that I used a very good sunscreen. And you could see, I mean, my face is paler than it was before,
Yeah, I couldn't recognize you.
but my legs are in so much pain. I mean, I even thought I had a fever. I told you.
That can happen.
I think I had a fever because I was feeling so bad. And the weird thing is that I was like splashing water in my legs,
Mm-hmm.
just like to regulate my temperature as I was talking in the pool, in
Oh.
the jacuzzi. Do you
Uh-huh.
call it the same way? ¿Sí se dice así en inglés?
Yeah, the pool. Yeah.
Jacuzzi.
Yeah, jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the sunburn looks like spots
Yeah.
because it's not like uniform.
No.
It's like,
It's not even like a fashionable.
well, I don't think it's that's a terrible eraser, I think.
No, it's okay. I mean, nothing really. No eraser like erases
Okay.
well color pencil, so that's fine.
But yeah, it's terrible. It hurts a lot.
Yeah, I feel sorry
And
for you because that it looks so painful.
and it's like swollen. I mean, you
Yeah.
can see the places
Have
that
to
are
buy
burned.
pants.
You can see like a relieve.
Relief.
No, Nicolas.
No, I'm not kidding.
Relief?
Yeah. Like relief can be like you're relieved that I have a tooth now and I'm not embarrassment. Like I'm not an embarrassment for Fede. Or there could be like a relief, which is like in sculpture.
Okay.
There's this.
Yeah, so you can see like the difference in height between the non sunburn and the sunburn.
The nun.
The nun. So yeah. And today, I mean, if you can see, I have my eyes a little bit swollen, maybe. That's non yellow.
Yeah.
Why that face? Scary nun.
Well,
Like a mm-mm. It's like a robot nun.
sorry, continue. Yeah, I'm sorry.
So today I cried a lot because my all my photos and videos from my phone were deleted, and it sounds dumb,
No.
but I don't know, I feel like I'm so attached to memories, and
Yeah.
I'm a person that revisits my memories a lot.
Yes.
So I go back to my photos in the phone. I had 11,000 photos and videos in my phone.
Yeah, that's a lot of photos.
Yeah. And I lost them all. And it was terrible because I opened the photos and you could see the numbers just like going down and down and down. So I
Yeah.
turned off the phone. And then I turned it on again, and it was like deleting more and more and more.
I honestly hoped that would work, but it seems like it's a
No, it
really-
didn't stop.
No, it's really good. It's a really good like OS in the sense that you can like turn it off,
And
turn
it's
it
like,
on, and
nope.
it's like, yeah, that's what we were doing. We were deleting files.
No, and
we're
it's
fine.
sad. And it's so sad because, I mean, I um I got an alert in the morning that said like you don't have enough space. You have to manage your like the things you have stored in your phone.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, and it said like intelligent um deleting thing. Like it was like a thing that ¿cómo se dice eso, Coco?
I don't know. What was it called? What was it?
Limpieza inteligente.
Okay, no, it's
Like
just
intelligent cleaning of the
I
phone.
guess.
And I was like, okay. And it said like it's gonna delete the things you don't use. And it said like apps, like some apps that I don't use,
Yeah.
and the memory of my research in the internet. So I was like, okay, let's do that. And then it had a folder with the downloads. So I was like, okay, I can delete all the downloads except the pictures. So I unclicked the pictures and it said delete. And it also said you can't have the 30-day like backup because it's like recently deleted folder because it's so full. So you have to delete them forever. And I was like, okay, click. But like it pains me because I did not select the pictures
Yeah.
album and it did not delete the apps. It just deleted photos and videos. So I cried a lot. I googled how to fix that, and it says that it can't be reversed. But it's so sad. I mean, I had photo. No, now I'm gonna cry.
No, you
I
don't have
had
to,
like
but
photos and videos.
and
Yeah,
and we don't save anything in the cloud, so that's the thing too.
yeah. I was
So,
like, maybe by mistake I have something in the cloud,
oh no. You would
and I
know.
went there and it was empty. So yeah, I was able to pass some of the photos you have of
Yeah.
Chile,
Yeah.
like baby Chile. But yeah, there's a lot of photos and videos of all of our trips. When I went to visit my grandma, like there's a lot of things and they're gone. So yeah, it
Well,
was
they
terrible. But
they live in your heart.
yeah,
They live somewhere else now. They don't have to
yes,
we tend to get super attached to those sort of memories.
and that's why I said it sounds dumb
No, it's
because
not
I
dumb.
feel dumb for being sad for that.
No, 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 no. No. I think it's totally valid, and I think it's just we are used to, and I was telling Danny that like I understand her because I there was a time that I lost like all of the photos that I had of my children when they were
Yeah,
little, like
terrible.
all of them, because I had like a backup drive. Like my computer fried in my two drives fried in the same like week, and I thought I would have more time, and the truth was that I didn't. So I lost all the pictures that I took of them, and I was like, kind of like you are with photos.
Hmm.
I was obsessed with taking pictures of them, and I objectively would like to believe these were like very nice photos. Like I actually would carry my 5D everywhere and my lenses everywhere. So I actually took like a bunch of what I think were really nice photos. And they're gone. And I told you like I cried. I don't cry for stuff. Like I cry, I guess, but I don't cry for stuff. Like I imagine if something would happen, for example, to my statues and they broke, I would be kind of heartbroken, but I would be like, you know what? Life is weird and they broke. And I had like my time with things that could break and they broke and they're gone. Um,
But also with photos, it
but
feels like
oh,
singular. I mean,
yeah,
it's not
it's
something I can take again.
no, no.
So,
So what I told you in the morning was something that helped me, which was to just look at my kids. Like I remember me feeling like destroyed. And the only thing that had made me like feel better was just realizing that someone Fed were still here
hmm.
and that, photos of them were not here, but they were still here. So instead of feeling like devastated about, that like that memory being gone or the object that is a photo being gone, I looked to my side and I saw them. And I know that in your case you had some photos of your grandma and I know she's not here anymore. And I know that that's probably tougher, but you were very sad also with the chili ones. And I told you, like, look at Chili, like she's here. We're hopefully gonna have some years with Chili, so it's kind of it's it's good to remind yourself that, yeah, those things are gone, but what prompted you to take the photo, like Chili, she's still here. So you can still like enjoy Chili and celebrate Chili and be happy looking at Chili. And that made me feel a little bit better. But I know that it's not cool. It's not
No, and it's not.
nice.
I
It's
mean, I felt like I was mourning. Do you say así?
mourning, yeah.
Yeah, mourning. I mean, it feels like weird to say it because again, it's photos. But I felt like something was like they took something from me. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like they are still like stealing memories,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. Because I am a person that goes back to
Oh,
like
very much.
revisit all the time my memories. So
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, if like I'll say this about you, that you are particularly um fond of just going back to certain photographs, and it just means something to you. But I will make new memories. That's what I would tell you. Like, don't worry about those were great, and those can live in your heart, and they can live like somewhere, um and you can remember those. But we'll make some more. Like, it's not as if we were going to stop um being together and going places and doing whatever it is that we're doing. I don't know. But so that I'll promise you new memories.
I like that.
Uh
Thank you. And I'm sorry that I was like, my eyes were getting watery. I'm just so
no, no. You
sensible.
have every right to feel sad about those things. It's just that it's not many things are going to make you feel better about it. Like, I remember just feeling like, okay, this is a lesson in detachment, and I would try to convince myself that that was important about it when I lost my photos. But still, it felt like shit. I mean, it felt horrible. It doesn't make anything easier knowing, like, okay, I'm going to be wiser after this. And it's like, no, I don't want to be wiser. you know
Yeah, I just want them back.
I just want the photos.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, but I promise you that
No, but we
we're
should
still
change
here.
the topic because now I'm just
Yeah, no, no. So,
talk about your tooth again.
oh yeah. That one I
Pop it out,
can't that one
please.
I can't recover. That tooth is somewhere in the soccer
And it was
field.
also with you for many years, so
Well, the baby tooth, yeah. I actually liked it. I actually didn't mind my baby
it was
tooth.
like your Nemo. Um,
I wouldn't call it my little fin, but yeah, yeah. No, 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 but it was like, I always thought it was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but it's kind of funny that that tooth never had like a tooth underneath, like a proper tooth underneath. It was just like a milk tooth.
but I feel that that happens a lot.
I don't, you know that I have no idea how common or uncommon that
Well,
is.
I do remember at my school,
Yeah?
I had a friend that had that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was, I mean, she had that and she had other, I mean, at the same time, she had some teeth that were not going to have like a new teeth afterwards, like
Uh-huh.
the milk teeth. No,
Milk teeth. Oh my god. Okay, that's
milk teeth. I'm sorry. No, this
that's it's today's title. Yeah.
is milk teeth.
I mean, all the tits have potential to give milk. So
No se dice así en
teats, Danny. Teats.
teeth, whatever. Yeah,
Teats. Teeth.
teeth.
Yeah, teeth. You don't even have to. The S is not even there.
Eh,
Is it teats or T? I don't know if there's an A there.
I don't know.
Anyways, talk
Um,
about your milk teeth.
and she had other like that. The tooth
Yeah.
She had like the milk tooth and the other tooth at the same time.
The MILF tooth? What are you talking?
Nicolas.
I don't know. You're the one who brought this up.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So I remember that. I remember a specific recess, and if she's listening,
We
uh,
apologize.
no, I sent her a hug.
Okay.
I do
You
remember
did
that
call her
she
milk tits.
no
So
she, she was
I don't know if she's going to
crying.
be cool with that.
She was crying because she was afraid of how it was going to look
Yeah?
afterwards, because they had to not only take out the ones that were like the baby tooth,
Yeah.
but they would have to move all the
Oh, right.
yeah. But at the end, it turned out great,
Yeah?
and she has a very nice
She has great
smile.
tits.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
it's terrible because I was like, kind of crying, and then I made myself
There you go.
laugh.
That is life.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so Rosalind was saying teeth, ha ha ha. Yeah, teeth.
Yeah, it's always, you know.
Soup was saying teeth, milk. ¿Sí se dice así, dientes de leche? 'Cause that's how we say it in Spanish.
Yeah, because
Dientes
they're
de
not
leche, like
bone.
milk.
I guess they're not bone. We just call them milk teeth.
A ver.
Baby teeth. No, it's just baby teeth. But we call them, you know,
Milk, yeah.
on Milk Tits defense, we do call them milk teeth.
No, it says milk teeth.
There you go. Yeah, teeth.
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 Yeah, I know.
You know?
No, but you know my pronunciation. I mean,
From this to this.
I say tongue.
Yeah, there's like
Tongue.
there's like 10 inches. There's like 20 inches. No, what?
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah,
Um,
your tongue.
And Rosaline Dion was saying, I've heard them called milk teeth as well.
we
Lucas Filapi was saying, dente de leite.
Latte?
Leite.
Oh, but that's probably
Portuguese?
Portuguese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dente de leite.
Ah, deleite. Yeah.
um,
Deleite.
Saint Gales was saying, have you ever seen a baby's skull? The teeth cavities are so freaky. No, I haven't.
Not since Halloween, no.
So let's go back to the beginning and let's say hi.
How
So-
far back?
Jelly Bean
Hmm?
was saying hello.
Okay,
Hello, Jelly Bean.
from Canada.
Hello. From Chili Bean to Jelly Bean.
Oh, there we go.
Chili, say hi, because you haven't say hi today. Oh, so Chili was today's
Courier.
courier
Yeah.
for the paintings that we were sending this week.
Yeah, so any issue with the paintings, good luck with dealing with Chile.
She's gonna be responsible
Oh, Jesus
for
Christ.
those.
Okay.
So, yeah. And also,
Okay.
we
some
gave
more.
Chili a bath. That
I
was
mean,
also something we did.
yeah, this is
week.
not like super eventful. It's not like, she was so dirty. No.
It
but
was eventful because
she
I
had
tried to
dry
do it-
baths. She had dry baths.
well, kind of dry because they're not even dry because it's not like a powder.
Okay, but
But it
let's
was
not
like a
call it like her
foam?
first bath. Like
No.
she was plenty
No, she was
clean.
super clean.
Yeah. Although we had forgotten her original colors, if I
She's
have
lighter.
to. Yeah. She is way lighter than we had remembered.
Yeah. Ricard was saying hello. Hey, Ricard, how are you? Darian Gallardo
Garian.
dice, hola a la family OPL. Hola, Darian, ¿qué tal? Fíjate que se está durmiendo
¿Quién?
Chili
Garian?
sentadita ahí. Espérate, la acuesto. Garian, no sé si se está durmiendo. De pronto también. Jeff Akoff dice, hola amigos desde Holanda. So nice to catch you at the beginning. Hey, Jeff.
Jeff,
How
go to
are you?
sleep.
Maths was saying hello.
Ooh.
Hey, Maths. I'm trying to do the THS.
Oh,
Math.
there we go. Yeah.
Math.
Well, it's super important for something like
Maths.
this.
Yeah. Cacaíto dice, hola, hola, hace mucho no los veía, ¿cómo van? Hi, Chili too. Hola, mi Cacaíto, muy bien.
¿Qué más,
Es que
señora?
estuve... ¡Ay, la señora! ¡Ya es señora!
Señora.
Ya es señora, mi
Ujú.
Cacaíto. Estuvieron muy lindos las fotos. Se veían muy lindos. Congratulaciones. Marcelo Peralta was saying, hi, Chili and chat. Hi, Danny and Nico. Hey, Marcelo, how are you?
Marcelo always knows that Chili goes first.
Of course.
Always.
Sergi Arts dice, hola, os eché de menos. Hola, Sergi, nosotros
Hostias.
también.
También, Sergi.
Uy, todo grosero, creo que eso es súper grosero allá.
No, es
Creo que
como
es como de las
una.
más groseras,
Es como una
de las más
interjección.
groseras groserías.
No, es como una interjección. Es como un no joda. Es como.
No
Sí.
joda.
No, no.
Saint Gales dice hola. Hola, Saint Gales. Briley Moreno was saying, hi guys, it's been a while. Happy to be here. Hey,
Briley,
Briley.
how are you?
How are you?
How are those commissions going?
Olga Maria Benninghoff dice,
Ah,
good afternoon, Nicolás and Danny. Hola, Olguita.
the source of all my tooth issues. The
Ojalá,
genetic source.
ojalá Olguita no haya oído mi error.
Oh, she'll be fine.
Jeff Akoff was saying, ouch. I feel your pain, Nico. I have my two front teeth are half fake veneers. I was 10 years old and dove into a swimming pool that was too
Nice.
shallow and broke them off.
Oh my God.
Ooh, that sounds painful too.
Yeah, I wonder how much we were able to remember the pain from those moments, like super painful moments when we were kids. So I wonder how much he remembers of that.
I do remember my sister.
Mm-hmm.
She was in piscina de pelotas.
I don't know what those are called. Like
Maybe someone can help
ball
us. It's like a
pool.
plastic ball
Yeah, plastic ball
pool for
pool.
kids.
Plastic ball. Yeah, I think so.
And
Unless you want to call it plastic tits. But that's something else.
and she was playing there, and she went to the Maya.
Uh-huh.
¿Cómo se dice?
Malia.
No, help me.
No, come on. Keep
Ay, tú
going.
no sabes cómo se dice, por eso no me estás diciendo.
Okay. Yeah, keep going, keep going.
So there's some cords
Huh?
knotted
Uh-huh. Knotted cords.
where you can stand so the balls don't go out.
Yeah.
And she was saying hi there to my mom and dad, and she started jumping,
Yeah.
and she tripped, and the cord went to her
Oh, oof.
tooth, and they just like flew out of her
Oh.
mouth. And I mean, it was her milk tooth,
Uh-huh. Teeth.
so she was fine. But she had a gap.
Oh,
here
forever. Yeah, until it
for
actually, you know,
many years.
until the other one comes. Yeah, until the actual one comes
Yeah,
out.
and there was like, I mean, I wasn't born, or maybe I was, but I was a baby. But my mom
Yeah.
always says that there was like blood everywhere,
Oh, Jesus.
and they were trying to find the little tooth.
In the pool, in the
Yeah,
in the
'cause
plastic
she
ball
tripped and
pit.
went
Oh, ball
down.
pit. That's what
Ball
it's called.
pit? Okay.
Yeah.
She tripped and went down,
Yeah.
and there was like blood and
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how, like the hygiene of that cord.
Let's
That
call
should
it.
have been
Let's call it a net.
disgusting. Net. That was the word that I was looking for, and you.
I
don't
know.
help
I
me
know.
out.
I just half of your stories are cool
I have
when you
to
try
say,
to describe
no.
what's a net.
Well, I did.
Knotted cord. Yeah, it's perfect.
did.
A knotted cord.
Yeah, and yeah. But you never help me out.
Because I love
I
your
have
stories.
I have to say,
I love how
I'm
you.
the nicer one in the relationship.
Well, there's no doubt about that, but I don't know if.
Even in public, I'm nicer than you are. I always help you out.
Okay, this was
Anyways,
unsolicited.
Darko. Oh, chili, my legs. Darko B was saying, "Hi guys, how are you? I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think about overlaps in paintings as you do in the drawing, or is it all shapes? And about the drawing, when you do your sketches? No, so wait. 'Cause
Okay.
there's no... Chili, say bye. Go to sleep. So,
Okay, yeah.
I have a question. Do you think about overlaps in paintings as you do in the drawings, or it's all shapes and about the drawing when you do your sketches are aware of the overlaps while you sketching?
Okay. I'll try to we're not immune to lost in translation, knotted chords, milk tits. So let me see if I understand. So I guess key concept there is overlaps, right? Overlapping. But I mean the idea of overlapping
Is
when drawing or composing,
No, I don't know if I. So, do you think about overlaps in painting as you do in the drawing, or is it all shapes? And about the drawing, when you do your sketches, are you aware of the overlaps while you sketching?
I wonder what they mean by overlaps.
No, that's the thing I don't get. So maybe,
Yeah.
Darko, you can help us out.
Because overlapping, which by the way, we're gonna do that in composition class. I don't know if it's next class. I haven't checked, or if it's the one that comes afterwards. But overlaps is like if I have
Yeah,
like a like one shape.
like intersections, like
Yeah, like let's say there's like a little horse
horse.
shape
Mm-hmm.
there.
Horse. What was
Uh,
that? Horse shape.
that's the sound of my new S.
No,
Uh,
I
but if I have like
horse
a horse
or a horse.
and then there's like another horse here that's going up this like little cliff. I'm just trying to do like a Remington painting that is not horses, but I think it's donkeys or burros. uh but so overlap usually refers to like little, where shapes meet. And I don't know what this one is. This one's like a jackal.
What's wrong with us, Nicolas?
uh
It's not only
yeah,
me.
but
The thing is that when I mistake something, you don't help me out.
uh-huh.
I do help you out. So,
Okay, this is like
no, just saying.
I feel like you want to say something.
Just I'm saying what I want to say.
um so overlaps I feel are more like, this shape against that shape against that against that. So it's just a shape in front of another one, in front of another one, in front of another one. That to me is overlap. Mm, I don't know if that's something that I really think about when I draw, or when I paint, like spatially.
Mm-hmm.
The if there's a lot of people that paint from back to front for like that sole reason,
Yeah.
so that when you are painting something, in front, like you have already solved the shapes that are behind,
Yeah,
and you're
it
gonna
makes
almost
sense.
like physically paint it in
Yeah.
front of the other shapes. I don't do that. I think of everything as like a single layer. I like super abstractly for,
As you
for
did
me.
in Photoshop that
I think, yeah, exactly.
only one layer.
It's just my brain
Yeah.
doesn't. My brain is super useless when I'm trying to think of layers. That's why I struggle so much with digital stuff. I just don't. I just can't seem to like understand, like find a recipe that I would understand as to how to approach something in a bunch of layers. Even though I've seen like James Jean is like super generous by showing people like how he does it in
Process, yeah.
layers. And I feel Evan Amundsen
Mhm.
also shows how he works in layers. Sometimes it's like dozens of layers. That to me is already
Oh,
like
crazy.
overwhelming. It's like too much. I can't think that way.
Yeah, I think that would be hard for me too to find my way in
Mm,
all those layers. I would
yeah.
be super
Oh,
lost.
I know that I would fuck up and I would be like painting something in the layer that you're not supposed to
Yeah, and
for like 45 minutes, and
I'm
then
organized in that way so I can name them and
you
know.
I would say you are probably really good at it. The thing is, you don't work that, like that's not how we work. So But I'm guessing that if you would have to, of all people that I know, you would be very organized with it. You would be like, I'm gonna name this layer something that I really understand, that it's like that it's giving me a clue as to what I'm supposed to do on this layer.
Yeah, but you know
You're
what?
super organized that
Yeah,
way.
but I mean, I agree with that, but I feel that, for example, when I was editing, I always go back to like my handwriting for things. So
Mm.
it sounds dumb, but I don't know if
No.
you remember, I always had like post-its.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Post-it. Es que eso no importa.
No, it sounded fine.
So, I would know that I'm gonna do, I don't know, like a little animation for
Yeah.
something. Like little frame animation. Don't think about like a very complex animation because I never
Animation
did
is
those, but
animation.
yeah.
No, animation is animation.
And I would layer those, but then I would do the post-it with the info of it. And I would do like the layers so I can see them in the wall that I have on front.
Yeah.
Because I need that to be there all the time
Mm.
to like know my way in. So that's where I feel that I would be a little bit lost. Like not having all the information, but just like having to open all the time the.
Right.
I mean,
Although,
it sounds dumb, but I feel that would be a little complicated to me. Maybe in
yeah,
the beginning.
but you're so methodical that I think like you can, if you convince yourself, or if you devise like a method of doing something that would involve not analog like note taking, but in some way like more digital ways of
Maybe.
putting down notes, you would be so like efficient at it.
Yeah,
That
maybe because
that's
I have to say that I am very organized
Oh, it's
when I'm
crazy.
working.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how different we are in that sense
Yeah.
from one another.
Even I mean, even when I was young and I was in school, you could see my notebooks.
Yeah,
I was very like very very organized
I could
with my
totally believe
notes
that.
and yeah. So Darko B was explaining the question. They were
Okay, yeah.
saying, yeah, I mean the overlaps that help volume,
Mm?
but I did study your sketches and really helped me. But I don't know if you think about those overlaps or it's just subconsciously.
Um Now I'm trying to think if it's like when you're constructing, for example, an arm, and you're saying how deltoid is in front on top of the biceps, for example, and then that one tucks in. I don't know if it's that sort of these sort of shapes that would mean that something is in front of something else. Maybe it is kind of that. I don't do that. I've probably copied some drawings that um where people emphasize that, and I probably studied them just to, I don't know, just to look at, oh yeah, that's how some people solve like that moment of a body, for example. But I don't know. I always say this. The thing is, I didn't really. Most of us in SVA, most of the people that I went to school with would attest to this. But I would say most of us don't really have like schooling in terms of drawing. And the reason I would say this is that we were taught to like how to draw. Like every single drawing class was for sure a drawing class that had a very specific philosophy. But that's the thing. It was like every single drawing class they asked you to do, like the teachers would ask you to do something different,
Mm-hmm.
something completely different. So if you had like, let's say, 5 drawing teachers in a semester, which is sounds weird, sounds like a little too much, but I would say I probably had around 4 people that were telling me different things. And so when you would go into this person's class, they would, maybe it could have been a thing that an hour before you were drawing with this person and you happen to have this person afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then just by habit, just force of habit, you would come into the class drawing like this. And this person, the first thing they would say, it's like, oh, don't bring any of that garbage to my class. Like, no. And here we do this. And your brain would have to like unscramble because your brain is like mush when they're asking you to like do so many like weird things. You would have to like unscramble all that mess and say, okay, I need these funky ass, gears. I need to like, shape them again so I can kind of understand what I have to do in this drawing class. So in reality, what we had, and I'm gonna say we because I think it was like not an issue, but it was just the way we were taught back then. Um, we didn't really have like one particular way of approaching things. We could choose to say, "Oh, I love this manner of drawing," or "This is way more in tune to how I draw, how I naturally draw." So you're gonna not pay more attention, but you're gonna um, um, kind of inevitably you're gonna lean towards a manner of drawing, an approach of drawing that is going to feel like it's just natural to your own personality. But the truth was that if we were taking a lot of classes, like you still have to answer to those teachers, and so I don't know. I think my schooling was just a lot, and I don't think I did a lot well. But I think that having a lot, it also meant that you could understand your drawing as, or your approach to drawing as, let's say, favorable in instances where you needed, let's say, this type of drawing, and then you would call upon something that you would do in this when you realize, okay, this is a little more helpful. So some drawings were more about gesture, some drawings were more about structure, some drawings were more about shape. um, I don't know. And I guess in the end, I would say none of us draw the same way. So when I think of this is a good segue to show you guys some things that
Oh,
we just got.
yeah.
So when I think of Esau Andrews, who I studied with, who is probably like one of the most talented draftspeople, like talented people. He's just like a genius. But when I think of Esau drawing, I don't think of his drawing looking like any teacher's drawings. He just drew like Esau. It was the same with Tomer Hanukkah. When he was drawing, he drew like he drew. The only thing that I would say was that you could find like some echo, and you can kind of still do in some drawings. James Jean had this natural inclination to the drawing of, let's say, James McMullen. That was called in our school. It was called high focus drawing, and it was more like drawing geared towards animators.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at James's drawing, not all his drawing, of
Oh,
course
but
not.
so this is
But so that's
Esau
Esau Andrews.
Andrews, yeah.
Yeah. So let me show the other drawings. So just to show you guys what we got. This is Julian Adon Alexander. He's absolutely fantastic. We got these two drawings. I think he's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm super happy that we got to see his work at this point, because I think he's going to be very good.
Yeah, we
I
were
think
talking
he's
about
already
that.
very good.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that he's going to be very good.
Like huge, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that depends on tons of weird things. But I think he's going to be really good.
Yeah.
So very happy that we got these two.
Yes.
If you guys are interested, I think it's called snake meat? Snake bone. Snake bone underscore. So snake bone underscore. That's Julian's Instagram. But yeah, and he has work available. He's gonna have a show also. I saw that he put like a post where he's saying that he's gonna have a show. Let me see. But yeah, that dude is very good. Very good. show in Chicago. So solo show in Chicago. Yeah.
So I'm gonna put the first link is Isao's Instagram
Oh, Esau Andrews. Yeah, amazing.
and phone.
Yeah, snakebone underscore.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's Julian's. But yeah, I wonder. He looks young, but I don't want to, you know, uh, I wonder where I could find his age. Portfolio. Is there an about?
Yeah, about
1998.
yeah.
Yeah. So he's more like your generation, but
Well,
he's
he's younger.
younger
Yeah, he's
than
younger
you.
than I am.
Yeah, 98. Woof. 23. 25, I'm sorry.
23.
That's
That was
that's pretty young. That's still a young artist. I think he's going to kill it. I think he's going to be crazy, crazy. Like 15 years, he's going to be amazing. Or in like 2 years. Like
yeah.
but all I'm saying is like him as a mature artist, I think is going to be really incredible. I would bet on it.
Yeah,
It's
because
it's
he's already.
it's strange when you have that feeling, but I would say that there's like something in my belly saying, "Oh no, that that dude is special. Like he's going to be really big." So yeah, so get in on the ground floor if you want to invest or if you just want to support somebody who's very talented. Just buy some of his work. So that's Julian's. Did
Yeah,
you?
already.
Yeah, and we have a couple of drawings. I think we already have like around 3 or 4 of his drawings, or 4 or 5 of his drawings. I'm going to say of Camilo Carreño, who's a friend, former student, but I'm going to say friend. I mean, I have a bunch of former students that are friends, but former student, but more importantly, colleague and friend.
Yeah.
I would say. And he did this drawing of Josie, I'm guessing. I mean, it looks like Josie, so I'm going to say Josie. I don't know if he mentioned if this was Josie, but we have like a Josie collection, so I I don't know. It's kind of funny.
No, portrait of Denali.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So it is a portrait of
Oh, no way.
Denali. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I would
we
have
thought.
I would
yeah.
have thought it was Josie. So I apologize. This is Denali.
Yeah.
Denali. And I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from I don't care if there's a likeness or not. I just loved the attitude in the drawing, and I really like Camilo's drawings. So yeah, so we got a drawing shipment today,
Yes.
which is very, very cool. Every time we can, we are purchasing. Like we've never stopped. We've just we just don't share with people all the time, like the stuff we get, but we've never stopped. I don't think. I hope life gives us a chance to do well, so that we can spread the love with like super talented people. We especially love people that are talented and maybe they're not at that point where they're enormous, because when they're huge, it's well deserved.
Oh,
But
but we can't afford.
I mean, we've asked, people that are famous, let's say,
We've
or established.
naively
Well,
thought
hopeful,
that-
let's
yeah.
say. We've asked when we are like, oh, we should get one of her works, and it's always like, ugh, it's always like a blow, because it's
Yeah.
always like a couple of $1,000s, and which is well deserved. I mean, I would never feel like we're trying to say like, oh, it should be cheaper. No,
Oh,
no.
but it's just out of our
Yeah.
acquisition budget.
Yes, I would say that we would be very irresponsible if we were like, "Oh, this is $5,000. Let's go. Let's
Mhm.
do it." No. We already know how far we can go in terms of our budget for purchasing art. So, but we always like. I was saying this about Julian's work. And while I do think that he is, I think he's bound. I mean, again, I think he's crazy talented right now, but I think that he's going to be like, there's something very special about what he does. I have never in my life thought about investment. Like art is investment, and I think that's fine. If people want to do that, that's totally fine. But I'm just saying that for me, it's never been about that. Never, ever, ever. I just want to have things that when we look at them, we're like, oh my God, life is fucking cool. Like this world, which is messed up most of the time, you can wake up and look at something and say, my God, this is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like,
And
and
when we get the things we buy,
oh, it's like Christmas.
yeah.
It's like a little Christmas every time.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Um, so yeah, so as always, we say always like support people that you enjoy and that you love and that you know you find that can make your life a little bit better. And it could be drawing, it could be painting, it could be sculptures, it could be buying some video art, it could be purchasing some courses like Gracialita, like Grace's
Grisina. Yeah.
Gracina's course in
Domestica.
Domestica.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could totally just support people by doing that. By the way, because she posted that she had put some work. We're gonna get another Gracina drawing.
We have.
I
Oh, I was
loved.
gonna
Oh,
say
we
we
have a
have
lot.
one here. No, we
No,
have
yeah,
one
it moved.
hanging
It
there.
moved.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a lot
I know.
of. She's probably one of the people that we have most work of. I
Maybe. Yeah.
feel. Yeah. Uh, and she's very generous. Sometimes, in aras of honesty,
Ours.
in hours of honesty, uh, sometimes we buy two, and she'll send us five.
Yeah.
She's crazy like that. She's crazy, but again,
No, and she's very
so
sweet
oh
with
my God,
both of
yeah.
us.
So and
She's always been.
so talented that it pains me. But I saw a drawing and I was like, oh, that would look so good with the Julian's drawings.
Oh, amazing.
And I immediately was like, I saw that,
I need
and I was
it.
like,
Yeah.
this is gonna look so good if we can put them close together. So I
The
was
only
like
thing is
super
that
happy.
we
We are running out of space.
we always feel like we have in our head like, oh, this one, and then we're gonna get this one and they're gonna look great,
Yeah,
but then this other one's gonna look great too, and we don't have
yeah.
enough walls.
We don't
But
have space. Well, we have space, but space has been taken by my statues and
chili.
figures.
Oh, I was gonna say my chili.
Oh, Chili
Chili.
fits in a pocket.
No, but I mean, her
She's
toys are everywhere.
she's like having a baby around, which is it is what it is.
The cutest thing.
Which I'm
She's
I'm
the
fine with
cutest.
that. She is, if we decided that Chili was going to be part of our life, that is what being part of our life looks like.
No, and she's so sweet. I mean, look at her. I don't know if you can see her.
Yeah, she's great.
there's-
No, she's great. She's like a
have
little
to.
nightmare.
Nightmare.
What did I say?
No,
Uh,
I was gonna say no. You are.
yeah.
No, you're
You are
not,
milk
but
tits. Um, so
maybe you can see
no,
her
but
better.
we don't we need more space. And I haven't stopped. I mean, I slow down, but I for example, I got a statue of Batman.
You slowed down what?
Well, the statue figure acquisition. I've had peaks. I mean, we're in a sort of plateau, I would say. Well, not plateau. Yeah, you're right.
No.
No, yeah, it is slow. It's tapered. It has slowed down,
No, I don't
not
think it has.
dramatically.
No, I don't think it has, but I don't think
Okay,
it's
just
a
don't
bad
throw that
thing.
in my face,
No,
please.
I don't think that's
That
a bad
sounds
thing.
super aggressive.
No? And I don't think that's a bad thing, and that's why I always tell you that I love that you get things that make you happy, because I feel that that's how life should be too. And I know that sometimes, as we were saying some days ago, you can't afford bigger things, but you can always afford little things that make you happy. And I think that it's important to fit that into your budget.
Yes.
So I'm not saying, oh, I want to go to Dubai every single
Goodbye.
year because that's what makes me happy. No. It's that.
I thought that was fair. That sounds like Fair's bus, but no, it's not.
I
You okay?
don't. No, I almost had a heart attack
What? What happened?
because I thought she was here, but no, of course not.
Oh, that's not a good reason to have a heart attack. Don't
No, because
worry.
I heard the bus just
Yeah,
going, so I
a
was like, oh
bus.
no,
Well, it's not
now
that
we have
they're
to.
gonna take her back to school.
Well,
You know that happens
yeah, I
when
know.
they were little.
Do you remember the time I was
Do
going to
you
pick her? Do
remember?
you remember?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
was
And they
gonna
were
pick
like,
her up, and they were like,
"Oh,
no,
right," because there wasn't like a
his
permit for
dad
you.
is authorized. And I was like, no, but, and I remember, I think you even called Fer's mom.
Yeah.
She was like, no, she's authorized. And they're like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. And I was like, do you need his brother or whatever? And they were like, no, I'm gonna take her back to school. And I was like, can I ride the bus with you? Because I don't want
Can
her
I run
leaving.
after the bus?
I thought I had to like Uber myself and
Yeah.
just say like, hey, just follow that bus. And
Follow that school bus. It's
yeah,
nothing weird.
because I would be super scared of her just like living
Yeah.
and just like going around town. So yeah. But what were we saying?
Um,
To
I
look for
yeah, I was gonna say don't have a heart attack.
no, and before that, of course, we were talking about
I forget.
art.
Space.
Oh
Oh,
no,
little things.
yeah. So getting little things. I mean, and again, it doesn't have to be something huge, but just I mean, you work, and I think that you should always get something for you too, because it's not
For you too? They
for
don't need
for
anything. They're
YouTube.
rich.
But yeah, getting something, a little something. Maybe it's a candy. Maybe it's having
Batman
that
statue.
meal that you want to have.
With
Or
a
maybe
Batman
it's
statue.
getting art. Or
There we
maybe
go.
it's getting a scene. Or maybe it's getting a sculpture or a figure or whatever. But
A scene?
just como un scene. ¿Cómo se dice eso?
What is that? What was that? What was that, Milk Tits?
No, don't say that.
I'm kidding. What? What? I'll help out. I love you.
¿Cómo se un receta así? Cuando la gente.
No te entiendo, mi amor.
Ay.
Créeme. Oh, a zine. Oh, a magazine. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was on me.
And that's how you say it.
Yes, you were totally right. I was just thinking of something different.
Okay. Okay, milk teats.
Oh no, you could call me
Um,
that. You could call me that.
I
I'll
don't
I'll
want
allow you to call me.
No, you don't even. You're not even worth
Oh,
that grade.
these
Oh,
my boob, my man boobs are not worth.
No.
Oh,
But yeah, I was trying to say something nice, and
you
now-
did. It was very nice.
Okay. So where were we? So,
Do you think this is a little weird? I'm gonna leave that edge.
no, I like that.
That's gonna be
But
like that.
Leave it. No, I was gonna say leave it without anything.
Oh,
Like
don't
leave
worry.
it
You brought
paper.
me an eraser from Sevilla Valley.
Sevilla Valley.
So we're gonna be fine.
I was gonna say don't paint that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Just leave it paper.
Oof. I mean, I'll
Paper
try. Okay. I would have to tape it, but yeah.
Do it.
Okay, not now.
Do
'cause
it now.
Oh, sorry.
So Carla was saying, I love that you guys do this. Talking about getting art. Catherine Poremsky was saying, it's so hard because I want to buy so much art, but my budget is that of an artist.
I know.
And a winking eye.
I
Yeah,
know.
same.
Well, Catherine was very generous with us.
Yes. William Felipe. Hola, William Felipe. ¿Qué
No,
más?
no,
Dice,
no,
hola,
pero
¿cómo
esto-
están?
¿Qué está
Dice,
comiendo, William? Él siempre nos llama cuando tiene una papa criolla en la boca.
Y una olea,
Sí.
esperando. El curso de Graceina está súper
Ajá.
chévere, recomendado.
Qué bueno,
Sí,
bueno.
sí.
Apoyando ahí. Grace
Increíble.
es colombiana adoptada, yo diría.
Sí.
Es como Miguel Bosé y no sé a quién más han vuelto colombianos. No sé. Juanes.
¿Cómo así? ¿Juanes no es de acá? ¿O
Sí, sí, verdad.
Ay, mi amor, esos chistecitos.
Pero sí, Gracina para mí es
Increíble.
Graciela.
Hmm. Sí, pues sí. Yo iba a comer papa criolla con ella después de clases.
Ah, ¿ves?
Sí,
Sí.
papita criolla.
Ella es autóctona.
Ujú. Jeff Acuff was saying, artists make the world a better place, and a heart emoji.
we are kind of useless, but we're good for that, I would say, which is pretty good. Pretty good
You were
job.
what? Sorry, I was reading. What?
No, I was just exaggerating.
Okay.
That we're kind of useless, but we're good. But if we're good for something, we're good for that, which in itself is probably like one of the most important things.
Ricard was saying, funny that you guys are talking about supporting artists. I just got a beautiful art book I bought from Alexander Wilby today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
We
do
we
have
have
it.
we have stuff from Wilbo, and
Yes.
he's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, he's fantastic, and he's doing the print of that hell of a painting. Uh, Super simple.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of pink coat painting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so good that you could like just the underpainting, and then you have these like super sharp, um, like strokes of color that totally give it shape. So good. Yeah, Wilby is a fantastic dude and super talented, great character. Yeah, nothing but good things to say about
I'm
him.
sorry, but I need to unblur
Mm-hmm.
the background
Oh,
so people can see
chili?
Chili.
You want a chili cam?
She's in. Mírala.
Yeah, nice pose, chili. That would be like a hell of
He
a pose.
just
I would totally draw her.
melts me.
Yeah.
She's the sweetest.
Okay, now
Ever.
she's like, yeah, chili.
She was so nice today when we were walking for the shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was perfect. I mean, she's so tiny that I always
she's
think
gone.
that she's gonna get tired,
Yeah.
and she does not get tired. And as a reward,
Yeah.
I got her
Ice
a
cream.
dog ice cream,
Yeah. I
and
had
she was
some.
so cute because she had never had an ice cream before, so she licked the ice cream,
Yeah.
and I think she had like a brain freeze because she just like walked some steps and she was sitting just like ugh, like super cold, but then she went back and then again ugh, and then she had the ice cream
Nice.
and she loved it. It was a chicken ice cream.
Oh, Jesus
Sounds
Christ. It was
delicious.
all good until that.
Yeah. Carla Anglada was saying, "Gosh, darn,
Mm-hmm.
Chili is so cute. She
Oh,
is."
she is.
Guillaume Lheureux
Ooh la
was
la.
saying, "Hi, Chili." So Chili. I was gonna say Chili says hi, but no, she's asleep.
Yeah, no. She's like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And
I'm
no
sleeping.
French, no French hello.
No French, oui, oui. Rosalind was saying a peaceful Chile. Yes. Let's see. So where were we before?
Oh, we've gone places.
Okay, so let me read if there's something else about the drawings, and
Okay, please, yeah.
then I'll go back. So Rosalind Dion was saying, "Oh, the mermaid is lovely."
Yes.
And Rosalind was saying, "I love," in all caps, Julian's drawings.
Oh, fucking so good. So good.
Carla was saying, "Wow, incredible drawing." Let's see.
He makes this dude. It's almost like his like Philip Guston, type of character, but he makes this dude that it's just like, it's like this dark dude with like these big eyes. I mean, I'm totally not doing it justice, of course, but so that like character in his paintings, so cool. I wanted to see if I could get one of the drawings that has one of these characters, but I didn't. But because I thought these two were just lovely, but yeah, but that character in his drawings is so fucking cool. Anyways, that's just
Guillaume was saying, "Do you think that people who can't do art for a living can be successful in their art without that much time for it, like 10 hours a week?"
oh.
And Rosalind was saying,
Guillaume,
no.
10 hours a week is
Yeah,
like a
Catherine was
crazy good
saying
amount of time.
that's an excellent question, Guillaume.
Yeah. So Guillaume,
Yeah.
I when I was working, I didn't count that. I mean, I know it's kind of weird, but when I was in New York, when I was living in New York and I was working, I could only paint on Sundays. So I always refer to that time in my life as my Sunday painter time. And I could only paint on Sundays, only. And I would only be able to paint some Sundays because I was actually painting, and I've told you about this, like at the my at the time my girlfriend, she had like her mother had a house and
Hmm.
she had like attic,
Yep.
and it's super tight, very small, but I would put like the
Well, but
painting
that was
there,
the
and
place you had.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I would just paint there if I was going to that house. But it was not like, every Sunday because I would work Monday through, Friday,
Well, and it
sometimes
wasn't your
Saturdays.
house, so
Right.
you would depend on
Right. And
someone
no,
else's
but
time.
you were on relationships. It's not like you could just be like a Sunday relationship person. And it's not like every Sundays you could tell the person that you're in a relationship with, like, oh, sorry, this is my painting
Because
day.
that wouldn't be a relationship.
Exactly.
That would be a
So it wasn't
painting
even like
relationship. So.
every Sunday, and it wasn't, and it was only the like times that I could fit in painting. So that was the time where I think I've told this story, but I think in 3 years, I made about three paintings. And I don't think it was three. I think it was like two and a half paintings. So I promise you, when you say that you have, let's say, in a 5-day week, if you're giving yourself weekends off or whatever, but you have 2 hours a day, or let's say, your weekdays are tough, but you can grant yourself some free time on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you can give yourself 3 hours for 3 days of that week. That is great.
Yeah, I
That
would.
is fantastic, I would say. That's like really good. I mean, I never stopped feeling like I was a painter during those 3 years. I always believed I was a painter, and all I did was two and a half paintings.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know how much time uh they can have painting, but I mean, Guillaume was talking about not doing art as a living or having something else that you do. And
Yeah.
I think that we talk about this a lot, but for example, some one of our favorite artists of
Yeah.
all is Benjamin Bjorklund,
Yeah.
and he does tons of other things,
Yeah.
and he is
Amazing. Yeah.
absolutely amazing. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And I again, like you were saying, 10 hours a week
Yeah.
sounds like a very good amount of time. So,
So what I would say, and it's something that we've always promoted, is that you could have, I don't know, you could have 4 hours a week. Make them count. Just make them count. And make them count doesn't mean like you put pressure on yourself, like,
yeah, I have to do
okay, shit,
10
I have 4
paintings and
hours
yeah.
like this Sunday. I got to do the best thing I've ever done in my life. No, it just means that, when you sit down, so let's say it just adds up to 4 hours. But when you sit down, you never know if it's going to be half an hour or if it's going to be an hour. You never know. But when you sit down, make it count. So,
Yeah,
what does
be
it mean to make it
present.
count? Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, try to do something that you've always wanted. Like, like, let's say Danny was saying, oh, I want to draw Chile. Like, I want to get to know Chile through some drawing. Then sit down and just draw Chile, like, investigate Chile. Trust me, like, an hour of looking at, for example, Chile, like a bunch of photos or drawing her while she's asleep, or there's so much worth to that. Like, there's so much, like, um um just weight to observing passionately something. So yeah, don't measure. I would say don't measure it by time. Time
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything. I know people that can paint for 50 hours a week, let's say, just to make it like 5 times what you are describing. That doesn't make them, that makes them hard workers, let's say, but it doesn't make them 5 times the artist that you would be.
And also, I think that if you have 50 hours, it doesn't mean that you're going to be present the 50 hours. So I do
Mm.
feel that it's very important to make the hours count.
Yeah.
Because if you have a whole day, but you're just like because I've been there sometimes that I'm like, I want to do this, but my brain is very busy. And I look at the clock and I realize, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours have passed. And I've been cleaning one stain of paint that I have in my, I don't know, in my desk or whatever. Like, I find a million things to do before doing what I wanted to do, which was painting or drawing or sculpting. Then it doesn't matter that I have a
Right.
hundred hours
Right.
because I'm not using those hours. But if I have 4 hours and I make them count, then they're gonna be much better than having a ton of time and not being there present. So
Yes. Very well put.
mm, Rosalind was saying success meaning dollars or fulfillment, because an artist can probably do both. Anything is possible, Guillaume. And Guillaume was saying, thanks, I feel like progress is slow. Well, no necessary fame or money, but at a level that you're viewed as an interesting enough artist for other artists or something. Haha.
Oh, you could be that at any point in your life, Guillaume. We just pointed out that Julian is 25. I don't. He may be 24 even. He may not even be 25 right now. So that in art speak is like baby artists. When you're like in your 20s, you are so not mature. I wanted to be in Forum when I was in my 20s. I think that letter that I got of
I
rejection,
love that you just did it too.
yeah, in my 20s.
When I was two,
I was
wanted to
too.
be in Forum, yeah.
But I wanted to be in Forum. I sent the book. I sent that book. So it was probably
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I
know.
get that, but I would also say that it depends on the time you start. Because sometimes
Right,
you're a very
right.
young artist and you're
Right. So let's
60
say
years old, but you've just been working for 6 months.
right. So let's
Yeah.
say that when I sent my stuff to Forum, and you're totally right, I had been painting like 8 years, for example,
Mhm.
and probably 10 years in total, but probably eight that count. But when I really think about it, that's probably 5 years of
Mhm.
like really painting, or like six. Let's be generous there. So, like you're saying, yes, because somebody could start when they're 50. So 6 years when they're painting would be 56. Um, I was so not ready. I thought I was ready. And when I look at who I was in, my mid to late 20s, thinking that I could totally be in this gallery, I couldn't. There was no way I could be in that gallery. No, I wasn't ready. I just really, really wasn't ready. So, my 20s were probably somewhat different from James Jean's 20s,
No, and I was
or
also
like
talking about,
Julian's 20s.
yeah, or Chile. Because I was
Yeah,
thinking, well, I mean, he was
yes.
28.
Yeah, when he passed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
yeah. So there are like exceptional people that can go super, super fast. And there's people like, I would say myself, it was a slower burn and it's totally fine. Like, I feel that I'm the artist I'm supposed to be now. Like, ever since we started our project, or ever kind of like since I met you and I was doing the sketchbook thing. Like, feel that things started to make sense when I met you. Maybe, you're a very big reason in all of this. But the truth is, like, that is the artist that I wanted to be. And it took me, I'm 40. I'm 45. I'm 40.
why do you look at me?
I'm 45.
Why are you forgetting your age?
Yeah, I'm 45. I mean, it happens when you're 45. But I'm 45 now, and it's it feels like it's starting. So I don't know. I wouldn't judge the moment of where you're at based on, first of all, thinking that you can be useful for somebody else, or that somebody else finds you exciting. I think that's a lot of outside validation.
Yeah.
Like, it's hidden in your words, but there's a lot of outer validation there that I would try to break away from, because it's not, I mean, it's
Yeah, because it can be that for you to understand yourself as an artist, someone else has to label you as an artist.
right.
Because then you can be working for 50 years and someone says, no, I mean, no, I don't think you are
I don't think you're all
an
that good.
artist.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
never
and that
gonna
would
be
destroy
enough.
you. Like if you were if you were hoping that by that point you would get the validation from this, more established whatever, institution or critic or gallery owner or whatever, and you don't get it, you're going to feel destroyed. Like if your whole life you're hoping to get just validation from that place, I think it's going to be very tough.
Also, the self doubt is gonna be terrible
Oh
all the
yeah.
time
Yeah.
because you would kind of have that imposter syndrome all the time,
Yeah.
feeling that, yeah, I mean, 20 people have said that I'm an artist, but there's one
Yeah.
that's not
I'm just
sure.
hoping for
So
that one person that
yeah.
will make me believe that I truly
Mm-hmm.
am. Like that would sound like a guarantee that I truly am.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I would, sometimes the answer, or not the answer, but a suggestion can be as simple as this. Just do the things that you want to do. Like,
And in the time you have
yeah.
too.
Yeah, if
Don't.
it takes you 5 years to do one painting, but it's the one painting that you were like, oh, I so wanted to paint this, paint it. Like, take your time and do it, and that's your project. And that is, that is what you are meant to paint. Um, I would concentrate way more on something like that rather than just, hoping that the outside world is the one that's going to tell you when you're, when you've reached, and I don't know, whatever place that you think you're supposed to reach, or when you have some sort of validity as an artist or exciting. I I don't know. I don't think that way. I can understand why you're thinking this way. I I totally thought that, institutions would validate me also. I when I was younger, I thought that the gallery that you worked with or for, it would be the thing um, that would say how good of an artist you are, because artists would speak about that all the time. Like more established artists would be like, "Oh, where do you show?" Like they would meet or they would talk to each other and they would be like, "Oh, and where do you
Yeah,
show?"
like that would validate how good of an artist you are.
Yeah. So I always thought that that was the key. The
Mm.
key was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna be nobody until I can answer this question." Like a professional. I thought. This reminds me of when I went to I was teaching a workshop in London, and the BP show was there at the time, was hanging at the time. So we went there one day because Anastasia had her painting there. It was a brilliant painting. She's an amazing
She's a very
painter.
good painter.
Anastasia Pollard, yeah. And it was a day. I don't know if this was closing day, which usually means that a lot of other artists are going to be there. I don't know if Anastasia had spoken to some artists and they told her that they were going to go that day. But this painter I met, Rupert Alexander. Rupert Alexander. Yeah. Let me see if it's Rupert or Rupert. I think it's Rupert. Rupert. Rupert Alexander. He's like a super traditional painter, but he paints like flawlessly, like so clean. It's crazy. And I think, if I'm remembering correctly, like Anastasia had studied with him at Florence Academy. She's Anastasia's also Florence Academy. So it makes a lot of sense with Rupert's work, because when you see his work, it's amazing. It is just so clean and so beautiful, light-handed, like it's gorgeous work. It's not never a painting that I would be able to paint, never in a million years. And she saw him and he was super nice, and they were talking, and she was like, "Oh, I want to introduce you to like a painter friend of mine," and she introduced me to him. And I was like super, because he was there in front of his painting. It was an enormous painting, like a family portrait, but it was enormous, and it was so good. Like the execution again was so fucking good. And I was like, "Oh," first thing I told him, I was like, "Dude, congrats! Like this is a crazy good piece. Like this is so good." I probably said it more formally, just to,
Yeah.
it was London after all. Um, but I was just trying to say like, hey, respect. This is like an amazing painting. And I remember him asking me like, he was genuinely kind. He was like, oh, thank you so much. Like, and he just said, where's your painting? Because I guess he was like with Anastasia,
Well, maybe
and
because you
Anastasia had a
said
painting
like a
there.
fellow artist,
Yeah,
maybe he thought, oh, a
yeah,
fellow artist that's showing.
yeah, and I felt so bad because it was like, and I remember I told him like, oh no, I didn't make it. I think I told him like,
No,
oh
but
no, I
that time
tried
you didn't.
once
No, but that
the
time
year
you
before
didn't.
I had
Yeah.
tried. Yeah. So I remember I told him like, I don't know, I probably got nervous, and in like 5 seconds I told him the whole
Te
story of
tenga
me
mejor
applying
día.
for yeah.
Yeah.
I told him the whole story of me applying the year before and not getting in and something.
Mhm.
And yeah, because I got nervous and because I felt like, yeah, these two are awesome painters. Like Anastasia and Rupert are awesome painters, and of course, if they're awesome
But in that
painters,
second,
they're gonna have a piece, in this show that's a very weirdly validating show.
but at that time you thought the validation was being there.
Yeah, and I felt it. I totally felt it. I felt smaller that moment. I felt like I wasn't as good as I mean probably not as good as both of them for sure. Like technically, I'm not as good as Anastasia, both Anastasia and Rupert for sure. Um, but at that moment, I even felt smaller. Not in terms of the type of painting that I'm able to do, but just like in accomplishments or like in respectability or again in validation. It was just like, oh no, I have nothing. I got nothing to show you. Like I'm just here, you know. There's no way for me to show you the painter that I am right now. And I felt weirdly small. So I totally get why those moments are like can be crushing, can be like very defeating. But then, I don't know that like the more I knew Anastasia, the more I like no, what's cool is like if you hang around artists, like they're awesome. They're just awesome people. They'll never measure you by anything like that. Because an artist will know that they have been rejected from shows, all of them. They have tried to get to galleries that they can't like get into. They have tried to sell paintings that never sold. They have had successful shows and unsuccessful shows. They have tried to, get a prize and, were never finalists for a prize. So every single artist that is true to that process will be like, "Oh, dude, I'm never gonna like judge you by that because I've been there," and I have felt this pain constantly.
Or if
So
they do judge you, it's like the
they're
bully
idiots.
that bullies
Yeah,
because
they're idiots.
they were
Then they're
bullied.
not. Then they're not cool artists to hang out with. They're not like good friends. Or they're gonna be artists, but they're never gonna be like your artist friends. I would feel, but I would say like Anastasia, for example, she's a painter friend. For like I met her once, and I was like, yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, and she even went to your workshop.
She
That's where you
yeah
went,
she
where
went
you
to
met her.
she's gone
And
to
that,
two of my
yeah,
workshops, which is
no, no,
crazy
no,
because
but
she
the time
doesn't
you met
need.
her. No, but I love that because I mean, the validation that you thought you needed. I mean, she likes your work, and that's why she went to the workshops.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And you love her work,
Oh my god,
and
yeah.
like it does not rely on the shows you've been in
Yeah.
or like the shows that she's been in, because I'm sure that if you see her work and you ask her and she's never had a solo show or a group show or entered to a competition or whatever, you would still admire
Oh, I would
her
never
work.
care. Yeah, I would never care.
So I mean, at the end, those shows and prizes and whatever mean nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's even cooler when you meet an artist that's like crazy good and you're like, "Oh my god, they have like 300 followers." Or they are not showing anywhere. First of all, I get excited selfishly because I'm like maybe their work is like affordable. And but no, but you realize, oh, they've been untouched by like, the world. So it can be like a really really cool thing. But yeah, you're right. You're right.
Mm, so let's see. Mario León dice,
Bonilla.
hola, hace rato no los veía, ahora me toca desde la oficina, saludos.
Uy, ¿está
Uy,
encorbatado
Mario,
Mario?
nos tiene que decir, yo vi que Mario estaba era de paseo otra vez.
Yo lo vi en en uno de
Esa,
esos, en una de esas termales de
iba a
barro,
decir pozos.
sí, en un estanque,
Sí, pero Mario, esa oficina está virtual.
y desafiando el Chicamocha, lo vi. Desafiando las alturas vertiginosas del Chicamocha.
Gracias. Em, William Felipe dice, jaja, ya no puedo hacer esas gracias, me salió el azúcar al límite.
No, William.
Disfruten por mí, carita triste.
No,
Ay, no, y yo
William, pero
diciendo, oblea,
le
qué
estaba
pena,
pegando a
William
qué
Felipe.
tanto, William Felipe.
William Felipe. ¿Has
Ahí
visto
sí.
eso que la gente dice como en una época hubo algo que la gente decía que tomaban un shot cada vez que la gente hacía algo?
Ajá.
De
William se
pronto
echaba
William
una
era
oblea.
oblea por
William
cada,
se echaba una chocolatina Jet
por
por.
cada vez que yo pronuncio algo mal. Entonces, pues, ahí fue. Ahí
Qué
fue, William, ahí
vaina.
quedó.
Pero ¿y a qué le pegaba tanto de dulce, William? ¿O al pancito? ¿Al
Uy,
qué?
pan.
¿Cuál era
No, pero bueno,
su...?
yo es que uy, pancito, el pobre William.
Sí, pobre William.
Guillaume Lheureux
Ooh la la.
was saying, really needed to hear that, giving me feedback. Thank both of you. Catherine was saying, I've been, quote unquote, emerging for 25 years, lol. Having children sidelined the art for a good while.
Yeah.
And Nesrin Amin was saying, I'm older than you, Nicolas, and finally enjoying finding my artistic feet.
Yes.
Like you, Catherine, the kids were a beautiful distraction. And Andres Garces was saying, when you were talking about the slow burn,
Yeah.
was saying artist years like dog years, like reverse
Yeah.
dog years.
Yeah. Benjamin. How would we say that in art speak? A
No,
Benjamin Button, but in
but no, but it's dog.
yeah.
Also dog. So
Oh, I don't know then. Yeah, my analogy was going nowhere then.
well, wait.
Fer
Bonjamin.
Benjamin? Well,
Bonjamin.
I don't know. It's weirdly
Botox. Thank you.
okay, that's like somewhere else.
Carla Angla. No,
This is
I'm paying
no.
attention.
Oh yeah, I think we're good. Like
No, we're
15
good.
minutes. This is gonna be a hand. I love the gesture. You have like a small shoulder because you have like small shoulders, small, beautiful, small shoulders. Not that small shoulders are beautiful. Your shoulders are perfect, but I love that they come like small, and then it just because of the
My
sweater,
muscles.
it kind of let's call it the sweater.
Uh-huh.
It just hangs and kind of drops like that. So I love that gesture. But that damn hand that I'm gonna have to draw here. Well, I did draw it, but I have to paint it. But I have a feeling that painting it is gonna be a little bit simpler than drawing it. Because this kind of fades. So all I need to draw is like this moment of the hand plus that little kind of like your thumb there and the outstretching of this. And that's about it. Because I had put I think the right proportion for where your other hand was supposed to be was here, but I just love like this is
The
when you
gesture of-
this is
yeah.
when you had longer hair. I took this photo, but I love the kind of cascading of your hair. It's just beautiful for the for that painting. And I just feel that if there is this kind of ghost
Yeah, but don't
space
touch
there.
it. Don't touch it.
I think I went too close, if I have to be honest with you.
No.
Yeah, I think
No, I
so.
still like it.
No, I think it's fine, but I think it's too.
I mean, just try to leave it, and then
Uh,
you can say
Yeah,
you
but
can see if you
honestly,
like it or not.
if it was here, it would have been fine.
No,
This
because
was.
I like it being weirdly short,
I know. Let's give it a shot.
like borderline.
We're gonna
That
give
would
it a
be
shot.
The name of the painting.
Borderline?
Borderline.
Okay, so no milk tits.
No, please.
Okay, so let's say goodbye to milk tits, and let's call it borderline.
William Felipe dice sí, mucho heladito y mucho pancito, jaja, pero bueno. Ay, William
Heladito y
Felipe.
pancito es sándwich de. ¿Cómo se llaman
de
esos?
helado, los
Ay, ¿cómo
ay,
se
el que
llaman?
nosotros comíamos al principio.
Pues.
Claro que sí.
Sándwich de
haciéndote el
helado.
que no. No, ¿cómo se llaman esos?
Cremo.
No, un platillo.
Platillo. Un platillo.
No, ahora el pobre.
Sí.
De
Llamando a la
suscribirme ya,
droguería.
sí. Carla Anglada was saying, so beautifully said, Nicolas. You and Danny have such a positive impact on us all. That's so nice, Carla. Cody Winicky was saying, I'm on the really, really slow burn plan. When I finish a painting, I put it in a pile in my garage. People can literally discover my work when I'm dead, and they have to clean out that space. Ha ha ha.
Oh, let me know. I'll go and happily clean out. I mean, that sounded a little morbid.
Yeah.
Because I'm not,
Yeah,
okay,
let me know when you're
officially,
gone.
I'm not going to hope that you die anytime soon. I wish you a long,
But I would
healthy
love
life.
to visit in live your work.
Well, I would
station.
also like to scavenge through his, like, old works when he's dead. I mean, I'm not lying.
Okay.
So invite me for that, not you.
How?
Or leave an invitation, open invitation in your will. Like, to Nicolas and Danny. I don't know if you want to go. I mean, this is dark.
And chili.
And well, yeah, she can sniff out the good ones. Yes. Yeah. So just put us in your will, and just so it's not weird when we show up, and we'll go there and celebrate your life and talk how kind you were. I mean, this is all true. And then I'll be like, where's the paintings?
Yeah.
Let me get some of my paintings. And finders keepers. If you find a great one, take it home.
A great one. Now you're saying there's like you have to look
Yeah,
through
so
to
you
get
know.
a good one. No,
So
Nicolas. So Cody, no invitation for him.
no. Or start painting great ones. Start painting great ones, Cody.
Rosaline was saying open invitation to us all.
I mean, that's a good. I would want people I would want people laughing when I'm gone, celebrating. You know, just painting horrible paintings. National Bad Painting Day.
Or
that would be the day when I
like
die.
a scavenge hunt when you're gone. That would be amazing.
Yeah, my bones.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, Danny's like, time to find Nicolas's body.
Yeah. No, I need.
Where did I hide his body?
Catherine Paramsky was saying, if someone asked me where I show, I would say my mom's fridge.
Perfect.
Carla Gómez dice, ¿será que la validación solo tendrá que venir de nosotros? ¿Qué significa ser un artista profesional? Preguntas.
O si importa nominar, o sea, ¿qué importa decir artista profesional? O sea, ¿qué importa? ¿Qué importa decir profesional en eso? O sea, yo nunca he pensado la diferencia entre conocer un artista o un artista con un título.
No.
O sea, me vale
Pues además,
5.
de nuevo, hay 1000 artistas sin título que son mejores artistas que lo que cualquier título le podría traer a alguien.
Sí,
Entonces...
yo nunca voy a ser tan bueno como Benjamin Björklund. Nunca. Y él no estudió. Él no es artista, o sea, él no estudió artes. Entonces... Y yo sé que nunca voy a ser como tan bueno como él. Entonces, ¿qué hace uno? O sea, él es... Yo puedo trabajar los próximos 50 años y no voy a ser el artista que él fue. Porque yo siento que él es una de esas personas que tiene esa capacidad innata de ser poderosísimo con lo que hace y con lo que... con lo que dice a través de la pintura. Y que nada importó. Yo que solo tengo pregrado, pero yo podría hacer una maestría, un PhD, y no voy a ser mejor que él. O sea, no. Entonces,
Rosaline was saying, haha, this is a morbid plan. Cody Winicky was saying, we can set up a future workshop here, and you can pick whatever you want while I'm alive, if you like. Ha ha ha. 2 birds with 1 stone. Otherwise, I officially give you guys first dibs upon my death.
Yes.
Nicola. So let's go back, because I've been talking.
I'm glad that it was a morbid thing, but Cody was like, kill 2 birds with 1 stone? No, too much. Too much death talk in the saying, so...
Robin Sita West 13 was here. I don't know if she's still
here.
We
Robin Sita.
Robin Sita was saying, hi, Roslyn. Oh, no, was saying hello. And then Robin Saira
Mm-hmm.
was saying, "Hi, Rosalind. I finally figured out my notifications were off. I
What?
felt so in the dark. Sniff, sniff."
Oh, Robin Sita.
Excuses.
Uh, Robin, so
Excuses, Robin Sita
your
Banana.
painting was sent by Chili, special
Yeah.
Chili delivery
Yeah.
today. So we
Mhm.
hope Chili got it right.
Yeah.
I don't trust her for deliveries, but we'll see. We'll see if this is a one-time gig or she's earned her food finally.
Yeah. I was gonna do a pun with something dog related, but I couldn't. So
No, it's okay. I think we're better off for it.
better woof.
No.
Um, let's see. Cacaito dice, ya soy una señora, jaja, muchas gracias. Y
Señora.
Cacaito dice, yo estaba en ese accidente. Sí, Cacaito estuvo cuando mi hermana se quitó los dientes.
Ah, uy, sí,
Y adelante.
me asustaste un momentico.
Y tú asustaste a Chili, dijiste señora y quedó sentada.
Es que ya le decimos señora también.
Sí.
A ella la perseguimos.
Señorita banana, le digo yo. Fatal. A ver. Jeff Akoff was saying, I only remember the cool feeling of the air on my teeth and the underwater sparkles of the shard of the teeth
Oh,
suspended in the water. Ooh.
that's crazy.
Elijah Kelly was saying, hello, Chili. Hello, Nico, Danny, and Chad. Hello, Elijah. How are you? Saint Gales was saying, I want Nico to one day just start cooking instead of drawing or painting on a stream. Just out of nowhere.
No. Well,
Well, not cooking. I think
yeah.
you could do.
Yeah,
something
cooking. I'm
else.
not good at like this is not about roles or about anything. It's just that I have never been good at cooking. Like
No.
ever. I
Ever.
could do like a sandwich and
Unsalted
eggs.
beef.
Yeah,
That's
I
your
could.
specialty.
Yeah, I'm super like vanilla, so I mean, when people make fun,
Borderline burn.
yeah, when people make fun of like, like white people taste buds, I'm totally going to own that. Like that is me. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't have that in me to cook. So Danny does the cooking, and again, this is not like role related, gender. No.
Oh,
It's
no,
just
you
that
do the
Danny.
cleaning.
Yeah, Danny
I do
enjoys
the
it.
messing up everything.
Yeah, and I'm fine with cleaning anything. But yeah, Danny does the cooking, and I think she's great. But I realize how I could never, even if she does something simple, like I don't know, I anything burns on in my hands. Like I'm just like very clumsy. I feel that way.
I feel like you forget sometimes.
How dumb I am.
No, like condimenting things. Like you like things to be simple,
Yes.
but they still need a little bit of salt or not that long in the fire. Because that's the other thing. In the stove,
Yeah.
you only have one temperature, which is
Let's bring in the heat.
like the flame touching the
Fed
ceiling.
is like saying that you can go
Oh,
with
but-
chili. No, she's like she's
Okay.
probably like in the novena.
So I'll
So
be
give me
back
a
in
question. Give me a cue. So,
how are you?
okay.
No, I'm joking. Let's see. Mm,
Oh no, you should go like. I'll talk about the drawing. So I think that's a small hand. I can't really tell if it's a proportioned hand. I think it would benefit from being a little bit bigger. But this whole drawing that is going to be a painting, I don't know what sort of painting I want it to be, though. I think because I've been painting in black and white because of the design course that we're doing. I've been obsessed with painting black and white. Like I am noticing that if for some reason I was, forced to paint in grisaille and monochrome for the rest of my life, I would be like, yes, the plan worked. Because I am absolutely loving it. I am so convinced that I am like, I recognize what I am as a painter, which is somebody who's always been just in love with form. Um, I just adore form. I absolutely adore form. And form is not reliant upon color. Like, you could paint form in monochrome blue or in monochrome yellow, and it would be totally fine. Like, there's no need for it to express the idea of three dimensionality. There's absolutely no need for color. Color can emphasize it and embellish it and empower that notion, but it's not necessary. It's not fundamental. So I've noticed how in love I am with fundamental painting, just the barest form of painting. And there seems to be something beautiful about, um, me like having made a decision to strip down my painting approach, where I, minimize the use of medium. Hola, mi ferchuche. I minimize the use of medium. I, I use kind of simple brushes when I have to. I don't really need like a ton of brushes, to be honest, and I don't care about their brand or how expensive or cheap they are. Um, so it's just like brush, paint, substrate, and my substrate is raw. My paints are just bare form of paint, and my brushes are whatever. They can be, these flats, synthetic flats that are like, I don't even know. This is like probably like 50 to 70 cents each brush. So it doesn't matter. And there's been something beautiful about all these things coming together in a black and white painting that has made me really, really believe that that's the painter that I am. Not that I, would only do black and white paintings. Again, I wouldn't complain at all if that was the case. But that the barest form of painting is the painter that I'm supposed to be. That I think I've realized that in my life. And I don't think that this is a thing of fashion, and I don't think that this is something that is like, oh, that's just you now, but you'll see it'll change. I think there's things like, I have certainly felt things that I either outgrew, or things that I thought were going to be part of my practice ever since I was young. And I have noticed how a lot of those things left me because I had a very maybe immature way of defining what was important about my own practice. But I think that this I don't know, this notion about, painting with very, very little, it is, I don't know, that's me. I just feel that this is me. This is 100% me. So I've been so happy, um, so blessed that I can do these courses where, and it was so cool that I could do the design course after the color course, to see how much of, how much I to put to test how much I would really need color, after making so many exercises about color, and having like totally taken it out, of my practice. It's amazing. I don't know. I don't need anything. I don't Give me something dark, give me a light, and I'm cloud nine. I'm so happy. So I don't know. It's been super cool. So I don't know what I want to make of this painting. To be honest, I don't think of it as a I think of it as a heavy atmospheric painting. I think the mood of it is essential. It's absolutely essential. But I don't know if I don't know what I would want from color. If I was doing a reflection about color through this particular image, I don't know what that would be. I'm far happier with thinking about this image more in terms of, again, mood and atmosphere. Um, I think if I could paint the way you look here, I would be I would be so happy. I would be like, yeah, that's the painting that I wanted to paint. Um, so I don't know what's gonna become of this painting, but we'll see. We'll see. Do, Danny,
What?
does this hand seem small? I'm making it
No.
like marginally bigger here, a little bit, but
No,
not.
but it is not.
No,
Not from here. Can you see it
no.
here?
No,
Here? No, look, look down here.
no. But it
Or
won't tell
maybe
me
I can
anything.
move it here.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No,
I'll,
I
I'll,
don't.
I'll.
From here, I don't. But
Yeah. I'll step back and I'll look at it when we're done. Um. Anyways, but that's I don't so I don't know what I want the painting to be when I'm ready to paint this. I think you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna do an underpainting. Like an umber underpainting.
hmm
Yeah. Because there's so many nice things about the drawing
yeah,
here.
that you don't want to lose them,
Well, I usually feel
or that
comfortable
you
losing
want to
them.
work on them more.
Yeah, like in Fer's painting with Chili, I turned her into like a character in that painting.
hmm
So much that a lot of people thought it was, you,
hmm
which
Well,
looks
because
nothing
it's
like you.
chilly. But
Yeah, but it doesn't look like Fer. So I can understand why people would be like, "Oh, that's not Fer." But I just
well, I
loved
do feel it
Fer's
looks like Fer,
a
but
little bit, right? But
yeah,
I do feel that it's a character based on Fer.
yeah, but it feels like Fer a lot.
Yeah.
So a
So
lot, a lot,
a
a
lot of
lot.
Fer.
So
That's a lot of
it
Fer.
is Fer. Yeah.
Um, so, uh, but I was fine with losing some of the drawing there because it was just. I mean, it was a big portrait. It was about yeah. What was that sound, Chili? It was about yay big that portrait. So I would say that I had enough room to like lose myself and then find myself.
Yeah, and also I feel I don't know. I mean, I'm talking of a painting that's yours, so
Oh
you can correct me. But I think
no,
that your intention was not to attack the like the gesture of Fer there, but to talk about the whole painting. I mean, you were
right?
interested in Chile,
Yeah,
like Chile as this bright blue, super
yeah.
light blue character.
Yeah, there were more things than just the portrait that would make
Exactly.
that painting
But in this,
work.
when you're talking about how you want to
Yeah,
like achieve that gesture of the face.
yeah, and I think it's beautiful. I think it's I mean I don't think my drawing of it is beautiful. I just think the the tone of that I was able to get in the drawing of Danny is very very Danny. It's very very much so Danny. So I that's that I'm happy with, and I think I'm afraid because it's actually more so about fear than anything else. Oh, no, no, pero está haciendo pipí. Sí. Eh, but I think that I'm afraid of losing the I don't know, the gesture of it, the tone of it if I don't take care of it while before I paint it or while I'm painting it. So I'm probably going to do an underpainting because what an underpainting will do is like kind of cement the drawing just a little bit more. So it won't be like these guidelines, these very loose guidelines that I think are fine. They're going to be more of I need more of a super stable scaffolding. So yeah. So I think, regardless of what I do, because I could do like an umber underpainting and then do like a black and white grisaille over that umber underpainting, and it would totally work still. So, but what I think I'm gonna end up doing is do at least that umber underpainting, even if I don't know where I'm headed. So Ah, ya no. No, tranqui. Tranqui. No pasa nada. But I'm missing like the there's a weird space. So that I guess the painting is about um little bits of space. So I would say this very thin vertical is very much so part of the painting. That is like a quintessential part of the painting. In fact, if I could leave this, I would be very happy also. Um, so it is going to be about that, and I do like the more abstract, but and more abstract, but also more organic kind of strip that there is here with the portrait neck and this little bit of light coming down the chest. Then I think that this is the gestural part of it. Like this is where it becomes like super active. That shoulder and then the arm going back, or the kind of elbow jutting out, even though we're not going to see it, and then coming back to the body, and then all this beautiful tension in that moment, that gesture of the hand. You could see the sleeve wrapping around. That's going to be super helpful. That gesture of the sleeve wrapping around. Anything that says this, that's going to tell me that the arm is going back. So I'm going to be mindful of that when I'm painting. Yeah, so I love this. Then this is Danny's hips here are going to be my dark, kind of like my grounding, dark mass in the bottom, which is going to work. But the one that I'm missing is that there's a doorknob here, which is really cool. So I hope I'm able to make this stand out, but in the most subtle of ways. Like I want this shape to be recognizable here. Like I want this to be like, wow, that's a cool doorknob, because everything else is just like these
like a dark
verticals. Yeah, these verticals that are like super abstract.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is going to be there's a dark one even here that's really kind of cool that I'm not super sure if I should make. I mean, I'm going to just kind of do that just to see. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. So there's that. Oh, actually, it stops here. Oh, that's pretty cool. I actually have to do that. I have to figure that out a little bit cleaner, but in terms of value, I think it works. And then yeah, this door, I have to figure out this damn ellipse here. It's just gonna kill me to try to do it. Like I'm actually gonna have to pull out a ruler to do this. Yeah, but let's just say this is a very crude like shorthand of that doorknob. And then all of this is just dark. So this is kind of boring doing this, but it'll give me a sense of how that dark shape will work.
That's why I feel the little line in the left of the paper
Yeah.
would be very cool.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what can be saved and what can be like kept raw.
Carla Anglada was saying, I love the placement of Danny so far to the left. An interesting composition.
Oh yeah, it is what's going to make it work, really. I mean, it is what makes it be um, unnecessarily tense. I'm gonna have to measure this just so that I don't. So this is around 20. So 22 and a half from 1. So 1, 22 and a half. Okay. And I'm just going to like eyeball
Vamos a
this.
ir una en el medio.
Or let's eyeball it to see
Okay.
if we're good. Yeah, I love how I measured and then eyeball it.
Yeah, I was like,
Just
you
eyeball
can
it,
do a little,
dude.
measurement in the middle, so you
Yeah.
can join them. But
Yeah, and it's probably better to. It is that far off. Like I want it here actually, so I'm gonna move it because I do think it
you can
cuts
do
the
3
arm.
points.
I think it
think it's
cuts the
easier.
arm better if it's closer. Oh my god, I never use rulers. Yeah, so that's better, and that's actually pretty thick. So it's actually from here to here, it's gonna be fine. Yeah. So let's think that this is somewhat. Oh my god, I'm so off. I feel. Let's think. Let's imagine that that's straight.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no way, there's no objective way to measure if it is straight.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, that's 22. Let's see if it's 22. No, not really. I missed it for a little bit.
Well, but it's not that off.
It's not super off.
could
And this
be
is good. We were doing good. So, yeah. This is like pathetic here. Hardest part of the drawing, straight line.
placing the ruler.
Yeah. For me, 100%. Yeah, so that cuts it nicely. And then, yeah, this, yeah, it has to be about there and there. And there. Yeah. There-ish. It's right-ish, I would say. Perfectly fine. Okay, we're good. Look at that. Golden. Perfect. Yeah. So,
Tratas de hacer una línea.
yeah, I don't know what I'm doing there.
I know, la
Yeah,
manera
I almost like tore the paper.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
You're
we're good.
golden. Yeah.
Golden.
Golden,
Yeah.
always.
Come on. I think we're good. I think this is good in terms of how low it is. Yeah, this is actually not bad. Not bad at all. It's actually higher, a little bit higher. Yeah, these I don't care for. Like I can do these like I don't know. Actually, I'm saying I don't care for it, but I just kind of wish I could do them simpler and that's it. But I know that I'm going to have to figure them out like better, a little bit better. Fuck me, come on. Okay, let's do this. That's not that hard to do. Come on, dude. It's just that when I have to do stuff with a ruler, it's like I die a little bit inside.
Yeah, but don't rush yourself. Maybe
I'm
I
not.
can talk a little bit so you don't feel like you have.
Oh no! I'm not feeling rushed. Like I'm totally serious. I'm not feeling rushed at all. It's like just grabbing a ruler gives me like
anxiety.
Yeah, like an existential crisis. Okay, I think that's good. Good-ish. So yeah, so that's our painting. I mean, that's a drawing for what is going to be painting that will for sure ruin at some point.
Ay.
Oh, you know that there's a bisagra
Mm-hmm.
right here, but it just looks weird.
Think they call them bisager?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but yeah, I think this is a little too cheeky.
No,
but we're gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it
for now.
Yeah, we're gonna
Just
leave it.
Don't go for the bisager, because I do feel that maybe
That one's kind of dumb.
no, because I like the dark mass.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
a
for sure.
very sharp
you know that
matte.
it's not super dark. Like it actually,
Well,
because
darker.
yeah, because it's reflecting. I mean, some of this is like could be negligible, but it's actually reflecting. Some of the doors reflecting the walls. Our walls are white, so you're getting some of the white walls reflected
Yeah,
off.
but the bicycle would be
Yeah,
lighter.
it would jump. It
So,
would. I mean, it could jump. It would jump as much. It would jump out as much as we allow it to jump
yeah, but
out.
it would just be like a little obstacle, the mass.
Yeah, probably.
So, I mean, you do what you want, but
But I always ask
but I wouldn't do the bicycle.
your permission.
My permission.
My
My
permission.
permission. Se me salió el Sevilla. Rosalind Dion was saying, I'm really loving the composition class. Everything you speak on and demo is so informative.
Oh, thank you, Rosalind. You're very kind.
Mm, I think I was terrible today reading all the comments.
You were fine.
I have to say thank you everyone that were sharing my sadness by
Mm,
losing all the
yeah,
photos and videos.
yeah.
So I really appreciate that. I got a little sentimental
No, you can
at
feel
the
bad.
beginning,
You can
but
feel however you want to feel.
yeah, you know what? The thing is that now that I can talk, because I was gonna cry, but
Mm,
I feel like, for example, with the photos and videos that were with my grandma the last time
yeah,
I visit her,
yeah.
I feel like I already said goodbye to her,
Okay,
but I
okay.
feel like it was like a first full way to say goodbye to the
Mm,
memories too.
yeah.
So like to that little thing that I still had.
Well,
So
I would say,
no, no,
because
no,
it
and I
helps,
know that it
like the object of a memory, but
yeah.
not like memories you could carry with
No, I
you.
know, but that's why I was saying that I am a person that I feel like I am very into revisiting photos.
Yeah, yeah,
And that makes like a big part of my memories, not because I can't remember the things, but because I feel it's very different to remember the things without seeing anything
yeah,
and having like a visual stimuli
yeah,
that you can get to like a deeper memory of it.
yeah.
So, yeah.
You
So
know
that
that.
was
Can I tell you? We can finish with this story. I think I told you about this. I don't remember, but I think I told you. So I met. I don't know if I met this illustrator at the Society of Illustrators. He was an old school illustrator in New York. So
ooh,
that's
perfect
perfect. Yeah, yeah,
timing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I ran out of battery. So or we had done work like helping the Society of Illustrators, a couple of friends and myself. We would go, it was like weekends or some day during the weekend, and we would help them organize like their painting collection. And I forget if they paid us. I think they did pay us, but not much.
Like
But
a
they gave
kind
us
of a
lunch.
significant.
Yeah, but there's like kind of like a cool bar restaurant at the Society of Illustrators. So they gave us lunch, and they were like, and you could just look through all the paintings that we have in our collection, and they have like Rockwell's and Dean Cornwell's, and I mean they have like a glorious collection. So I remember when we were when they told us we could do that, we were like, oh hell yes, like I would have done that, with no pay and no food and no nothing. I would just be like, I just want to hang out around like cool
Yeah, like
paintings.
be able to.
So I think um the director who was actually teaching a class at school, and that's how we got invited to do this. He actually was the person that was teaching us like history of illustration. Um, he probably gave my number to like this older illustrator, and this older illustrator lived on the kind of Upper West Side. It was like a small apartment, like very old apartment. It smelled like dust and old wood and like
Humidity.
yeah, and just old. You know how like that's how my grandfather's house like smelled. It was like it smells like old people, but old furniture, but
Old.
old.
Not
I
old
mean, we're
people.
all gonna be. I mean, if life is kind with us, we're all gonna be old people, and old people smell like old people. I mean, that's not like a bad thing. It's just a thing. Um, so I remember going in, and it was like kind of messy. Like, everything was all over the place, and he was just like, "Yeah, I remember he paid me like $60, something like that for the day or something. But they hired me. He hired me so that I could help him organize like his artwork and organize the house a little bit. And I was like, yeah, I could. I'll totally do that. So I went there. I think I went there like maybe 3, 4 times, something like that. And I would help out with his work, and I would just organize everything. And I would ask him like, "Do you want me to throw this out, or do you want to keep this, or do you?" So,
Like a
uh,
little clean out
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
them things.
I'm probably not the best person to do that, but
No, but
but I was like super happy to meet like an old illustrator, and he would tell stories about like older illustrators. So it was super cool. But what was very sad about this is that his wife had died somewhat recently. So I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." But then I realized that he would be in the house like all the time, but he would just sit there and maybe read something or just sit. And and there would be this record, like this recorder playing like constantly. So that he had like a little tape recorder, like an old tape recorder. And I would always hear like these conversations. And I didn't want to ask. And then
it
it
was with
yeah, so
his wife.
he recorded his
Oh
wife.
no, that's so sad.
Like he had tapes and tapes and tapes of his wife. And he would just sit there and just play them. Like like I was probably there
No,
for
that breaks my heart.
like 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours. I was there cleaning. All those hours were tapes of him just listening to her voice. And it broke me. I was like, "Oh my god!" And it was everything. Like it sounded like what you think it sounds like, an old memory. Kind of like how old. I don't know how an old sound
No, and for me
sounds
it
like.
sounds very painful.
Yeah, it was.
Like trying to
Yeah,
just
I felt.
like grab something that's
Yeah,
escaping you.
when I knew about this, I was sad because I thought it was tough. Like I was like, I don't know if I can come back here. It's even tough for like, I mean, it's tough for him, and it was super sad seeing him just sit there. And all like he would get excited when I would call him to ask him if he would tell me a story about a drawing. So I would try to like ask him about drawings, and he would draw horses like super, like he was a killer horse like draftsperson. Like he was so good. So I would ask him. I remember I wanted to ask him if I could keep some drawings, but I never did. Like I was like, no, no, these are. I'm just here to organize like all these like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of works. Uh, but when I realized that it was gonna be me, him, and the recordings of his wife, I don't know. It's maybe because I was younger. Maybe now I would find it like fascinating at a human level, and I think now I would love to like sit down and talk to him and hear his wife in the background too. I think that would be amazing.
And
But I
even
think
talk about that if they are
yeah,
open to it, because I feel that
yeah,
maybe that's also the reason why they needed help
yeah.
cleaning out
Oh, he
things,
just wanted company.
because
Yeah.
they just maybe their head was not
Yeah, he just wanted company.
okay processing the.
Yeah, yeah. And he was very happy, but I remember I was young, so I was probably like senior year in high school, in art school. Um but I was, he wanted me to go there like every Saturday, and he was paying me. So I was like happy. But then some Saturdays I was hanging out with my friends and I wanted to go out, and he would like call me a lot on my phone just to be if I was going to go there. And it was tough. I wish I was more mature back then to know how to be able to be good company for him. Um but yeah, but I remember thinking like, woof, like holding on to something like that is beautiful, because I remember the first moment I saw him like wanting, like having the company of his wife through voice. It was beautiful. It was very beautiful. But then, like I said, it was like I was there for hours. And the fourth time you're there and you realize, oh, wow, this probably goes
Like an
on
ongoing
every
thing.
day. And this probably goes on when I'm not here, when I'm here.
When he's sleeping, when he's
Yeah.
not.
And you realize, wow, like he's just having a really hard time letting go, like a very hard time letting go. And it was very tough. It was very, very, very tough. And I'm sure that for him, those tapes were everything. And now that she was gone, they were absolutely everything. But I also, at a young age, I recognized that, wow, that's a first lesson. It's not like I'm saying that's, you know, I don't want to be that like that. You never know how you're going to deal with loss. You never ever know. So, but I realized, wow, loss is tough. Like that was my first lesson because I remember my aunt hadn't passed yet. Like the closest people that have passed in my life, like my aunt and my dad, they hadn't passed yet. So I didn't really have an idea
What it
of
feels
what it
like, yeah.
meant. Yeah. So it was weird. It was a tough, like indirect lesson, but it beautiful one, but no, but heart wrenching too.
Yeah.
It was really sad, very very sad. So yeah, that's. I mean, we all deal with it differently. You can, like you were saying, no, this is mourning for me, and you could, yeah, mourn as much as you want, and yeah, I mean, just until you're able to like kind of slowly let go. And because I think that that's just the natural way of everything in life. So, but like I said, we can't replace those memories, but we can make new memories.
And that is beautiful.
So that's what I can offer to you. Okay,
I take that offer.
not right now,
100%.
Danny. Jesus,
Let's
the
go.
pressure.
Go to take Chili to the park together.
Oh,
to
and not that
create
memory.
some
I don't know if
memories.
that memory. I don't know if I'm good
Create
for
some
that
memories,
memory.
Nicolas.
I don't know if I'm good for that memory.
Well,
Anyways,
yeah. Anyways,
Daniel Lira,
Nicolero, thank you always.
pleasure to
Being my
have
company
this
always,
moment with you.
always.
Oh, you're the best company in this planet. So,
You too.
so I think tomorrow, Daniel Lira, we
Okay.
could do the underpainting for this.
Perfect, yeah.
Well, let's do the underpainting for this
Yes.
because I'm
so-
pretty convinced that that's what I want to do. So let's do that.
Yes. So we'll
So,
be here.
Yes.
And we hope to see you guys here
Yeah.
too. So we can have some. Oh, my leg. I'm sorry.
Some of my
Some-
leg.
Oh, no.
Some of my leg.
No,
Jesus
No, Chili
Christ! You
was
started
hurting
with
my
bosom.
sunburn. No. So you could be our company
Yeah.
and you can let us be your company.
Yes. Very grateful
We
for
do
that.
have a webpage.
Yeah.
It's called ourpaintedlives.com.
Ourpaintedlives.com.
We do have Instagrams.
Yeah.
So
Should I buy? The question of today is,
no.
should I
No,
buy
don't
milk
even
tits?
say it. No, of course not.
Because it's taken, probably.
Of course. So Nicolas' Instagram is Nicolas Uribe B. So
Uribe
Uribe.
No, Uribe.
Uribe.
Yeah, there we go.
So a B at the end.
And
And-
Daniela's
oh, look,
Instagram is
Chili's doing
Chili
the
Spring.
prayer hands.
Dios te
Prayer
salve,
hands,
Chihuahua, que estás en el cielo.
prayer hands. And I do have an Instagram,
Yeah.
Daniela
OCMP.
OCMP,
Yeah.
and we have a TikTok.
Dios te
Ay,
salve,
Chile.
Chihuahua, que estás en el cielo.
She's begging for.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she's begging for a subscribe.
Chihuahua
but
nuestro
that
que estás en los
sounds-
cielos.
I don't know why
Santificado.
she loves doing that.
And she's Mexican. You know, we Latin people are just religious by nature.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I have an Instagram. We have a TikTok. It's
Yeah.
ourpaintedlives.com.
I think you
Which
said
is-
that. Yes.
Our more.
Oh, so no, TikTok, Our Painted Lives.
I said ourpaintedlives.com.
.com.
Yeah, Our Painted Lives.
Yeah.
And we have a dog.
Yeah.
It's Chili.
She's great.
Lovely. She's the best
She's great.
cheesecake.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you everyone for being here.
Thank you, Daniel Lira.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, not said like that.
Goodbye,
But
everyone.
bye.
No, wait.
Oh, sorry. Bye.